You know what time it is. It's your boy, Aquaman. Today's date, October 1st, 2024. We got a total value locked coming in live off DeFi Llama, 85 billion point 774. And as always, the king of all kings in DeFi, Ethereum, sitting at a whopping $47 billion. So, going forward, I definitely want to just give us an update on where we sit total value locked, because this number does fluctuate by the moment and by the minute. So every single day it should be a new number. But let's jump in today's video, and today's video is going to go over some things in DeFi. And what motivated this video is this article I came across, which is titled "Smooth Onboarding, the Key for DeFi to Reach the Next Level." And I just want to read a couple parts here in this article, and then I'm going to go over a couple platforms that this article talks about, and then another platform that I recommend to jump in when you want to, start getting your digital assets working for you in this world that we call DeFi. So it starts off here. The goal of decentralized finance is to transform the world of money in such a way that everyone, no matter their status and regardless of where they live, can take full control of their financial sovereignty and access opportunities to build wealth. And this right here is this is a super powerful sentence and a statement. And real talk, this is something that I 1000% agree with. Okay? It doesn't matter where you're at on the planet, as long as you have internet access through your phone, through a computer, it does not matter. You can access DeFi, you can get your digital assets start working for you. And exactly what this article is saying, access opportunities to build wealth. Okay? Build wealth. Another reason why we called it Wealth 28 Club, which I'll be touching on later. But it says here, it's a laughable goal, but DeFi is to achieve its mission. It's going to need to overcome the inherent complexity that plagues every protocol. DeFi's complex onboarding process is a major hurdle, deterring millions of potential users from making the leap to its brave new financial world. And I agree with this, because when you move and groove in this DeFi ecosystem, you got to be an advanced mindset. This is not for the faint of heart. This is not for newcomers. Like, let me read this passage here below in the article. It says, how confusing is it really? To get the picture of how complex this is for someone that's just starting out, picture this. You're a total newcomer to the space. And while you have managed to figure out how to buy some Bitcoin and even some Ethereum, that's just the start. The next step is to download and set up a wallet, ideally a non-custodial one. What? And make sure you keep private keys somewhere safe. Let's say you do this. You find a DeFi protocol that's interesting. You have $1,000 worth of funds. For most people, that's not a small sum, right? But imagine if the gas fees for a single transaction cost more than $20. Whatever small amount of interest you're likely to earn will easily be consumed by those transaction costs. The simple solution is to move to a lower cost chain such as Avalanche. That necessitates bridging your funds to the new chain, setting up a custom RPC for the AVAX on your wallet, and then swapping the ETH for AVAX to pay for those gas fees on the new chain. To do that, you'll need to find a suitable DEX platform to buy AVAX, pay fees on that transaction, and then finally swap into an actual asset you want to invest in. While this might be second nature for some of us experienced DeFi pioneers, Very few newcomers are going to be able to perform all of those steps without giving up. In fact, many will flee before they even begin. So long as DeFi remains like this, it's never going to attract the mainstream audience. Okay? So, with that being said, that's another reason why we put together Wealth 28 Club, which has a dive deep into what DeFi is, hundreds of tutorial videos giving you step-by-step directions on these dexes, right? And helping you through the times that DeFi is as intricate as it is, and helping you put the pieces together so you can take advantage of what the opportunities there are at hand. Because let's go into the next part. Simpler user interfaces unlock DeFi applications. The good news is that Loopring is far from alone in its efforts to simplify DeFi onboarding. A good example is DODO. What is DODO? Well, not financial advice, guys. DODO is a DeFi platform. This is the opening page. So far, so good, if you ask me. I am not a part of this DEX or this platform. I just came across it, as a matter of fact, today, reading this article. But it looks like they do have some auditors, which is a good sign. They do have some investors, another good sign. And everything is extremely transparent. When you launch the app, well, let me take you to the world of DeFi. You got what we call liquidity pools. Look at these liquidity pools. Out the gates, USDT and USDC, a whopping total value locked. That means total value locked, $8.17 million, sits in this liquidity pool. $8.17 million is the total value locked sitting in this liquidity pool, giving you an APY of 7.49 to 8.91%. And that's not locking you into a contract like the normal CD in America. Let me take you over to Bank of America here for just a second. And this is America's Bank, right? What are they offering for an APY right now? Well, minimum opening deposit is $1,000. Yeah, you are insured. Awesome. But they are not giving you anything, and you got to lock in your money 7 to 37 months. And out the gates, they're giving you a bare minimum. And depending on balance, most people won't meet the balance threshold to touch this 4.13%. So most people are going to be sitting at basically a 0.5%, 0.05%. But I just showed you in DeFi right now, on this platform, you can get a whopping 7.49 to 8.91%. Yo, don't like that one? Well, they got other ones. Another USDT, USDC. They got wrapped Bitcoin pools paying 5.25%. Look at the total value lock, $2.66 million. I call that smart dollars. Why? Because they are earning yield. How about this other wrapped Bitcoin pool? $4.38 million. Let's take a look at their mining. They got vaults. Look at these vaults. 9.42%, 7.49%, 5.89%. I'm going to take you to some other APRs in just a second, but this is what Bank of America is offering you. Diddly squat. 0.05%, 0.03%. Depending on balance, if you're lucky, 3.75%. And again, you got to lock in your money for a 12-month term. Or this one says 28 days to 10 years. These lockup terms are wild, but over here in DeFi, these vaults, you'll probably lock it up for a year, but the liquidity pools, guess what? There's no term. You can get in and get out whenever you please. 24/7, as a matter of fact. Let me take you to another platform. One of my favorite platforms, not financial advice, but the Crystal Decks. We go over this decks inside Club 28. We teach you how to connect to the decks, what wallets to use, step-by-step tutorials. Looking at this decks, it might look easy, but moving and grooving in here does take some effort, does take some elbow grease on how to learn how to use this platform. So tapping in with a club like Club 28 to lean on our experience and what we've put together to share with the club members, if you ask me, is worth every penny. If you're interested in something like that, to learn how to get your digital assets working for you, well, tap into the link in the description of this video. But take a look at these APRs and these liquidity pools on this platform. They got the best blue chip pools here. Toncoin and Wrap Binance, 175%. This is concentrated liquidity, all right? Which we go over how to interact with concentrated liquidity. We have different strategies inside the community, like the Snuggle strategy, on how to move and groove in these concentrated liquidity pools that are paying out 175%, 61%, right? Let me take you back to the original page, because there is a coin right now that's been going viral right now all over Twitter and YouTube. A lot of the XRP community has been talking about it. But Velo, look at this Velo and Wrapped Binance pool that sits on the Uniswap, paying out 304% concentrated liquidity, which means you pick a range. You pick that range, you stay within that range, you will get paid out an APR most likely around 304%. Right now, total value locked is $176,000 is deployed in this liquidity pool, earning yield right now. Okay? This is what's going on while you sleep, while your digital assets are chilling in cold storage, doing absolutely nothing except collecting digital webs, waiting and hoping for the bull market to come. But during the bear market, during the twists and turns and the roller coaster ride of crypto, you, my friend, could have been earning passive income with your digital assets. And again, the reason why we put together Wealth 28, the Wealth 28 Club, is one of the best clubs on the face of the planet when it comes to DeFi. Hundreds of students, hundreds of club members. We got hundreds of views, hundreds of reviews that you can go through yourself. Real feedback. And why did we start this? Because we understood that there's only 5 to 10 million people involved in DeFi. So wrapping your mind around this stuff is not easy. But once you do, boy, oh boy, is it just as exciting as when you first became excited about crypto. Let me tell you, I stay excited in this world DeFi. I stay locked in to crypto because of this world we call DeFi. $85 billion. This is not even institutional money yet. This is retail money only. Total value locked in DeFi, $85 billion. Can you imagine when the regulations come down and institutions start getting involved? Because guess what? Although the institutions may not be on a platform like the Crystal Decks, there are going to be platforms made specifically for institutions, because guess what? They want to earn yield too. And when the institutions come in, this number will change. All right? So that's going to do it for today's video. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Much love.